Please, welcome to you, big welcome to you. This is your tarot reading for August, coming from the mountains of Java. I hope you get something from it, Pisces. I sincerely do. Pisces, don't know what to make of this at all at the moment. What I would say is there's 4 cups cards on it. All minor arcana. Could be about love, could be about creativity. Well, I'm not sure. It's certainly an eventful August by the look of things. If you look at that middle card, it's the 3 of Wands. That's action planning. So that's post having sort of considered your options and physically planning. It might be more than one option, but physically planning and planning something very different, maybe overseas. Your recent past, the bottom right, we have the Devil card, unhealthy attachments to something. Your current energy isn't a great card. It's the 5 of Cups. It's a glass half empty card. You're focusing on the negative things in life and not the positive. Your future energy is the 5 of Cups card. Reminiscing to the past, maybe even an old love from the past. The energy impacting on the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. Going off in search of money, I think. And then we have the card that would change the outcome is the 8 of Cups, you becoming disillusioned with something and walking away from it. I'm not sure. And then we have the 7 of Cups as the outcome. Now this is multiple opportunities. It's not necessarily a bad card, but not all of those opportunities are what they may seem. So it's certainly a warning in that card. Now clearly I'm going to have to unpack this in much greater detail, and I hope it's had enough resonance for you to stick with it. And if it does, if I can ask you to comment on it, hit the like button, claim it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications as well. You may well be asking, why from Java? What's important about tarot from Java? And the truth is, there is nothing so important about tarot from Java. Simply that here in Java, we have many different spirits who will come to help in your tarot reading. It'll probably put a different reflection on things. For example, the spirits here are less likely to be concerned about love and finances, despite people in Java being every bit as interested in these things as the rest of us. But maybe the spirits are trying to tell us something else. Now I'll be using probably 2 decks, but out of 3 decks. So the first deck is Tarot Nusantara. The second deck is the Steampunk deck. And the third deck is the Light Visions Tarot. Tarot Nusantara is actually a new one to me, which I love. Whereas the Light Visions, I've struggled with as a result of the rendering. Although I think I'll grow into it, I will keep using it and coming back to it. You can see on all of them I'm using quite a lot of salt, and that's to clear the energy and the spirits from them, something that I do fairly regularly with my tarot. And I also, you'll see a number of Jimat there that I use just to bring a good energy to the tarot and to my reading. Perhaps the most important mystical object we use in Java is the kris, the curly knife that you can see that I've placed across both decks. Chris are very important for bringing the spirits to work on any object here in Java. I call on the spirits of the mountains to assist me in shuffling the cards, in selecting the cards and interpret them correctly for Pisces for August 2022. And now, this Three of Wands is an energy that runs throughout the entire reading. So I need to take recognition of that. The Three of Wands is an action planning card. This is about you thinking not only of alternatives, but how to put them into action. They're probably things that are very different for you. Could even be opportunities overseas. So you look at it, well, he is looking overseas, isn't he? But he's actually planning, how do I do this? How do I go about doing this? How do I implement it? Is what it's all about. Now, as I say, this runs through it, so definitely August is one of change, I believe. I also get the feeling that maybe you're not entirely happy with your old life and you're wanting to change things. Now, one of the reasons why I say I'm not sure you're entirely happy with your old life is in your recent past we have the Devil card. Now, this is a card of unhealthy attachments. Now, we don't know what the unhealthy attachment is to, although we've got a lot of cups. So it could be a person, it could be an unhealthy attachment to love. You look at the card, well, they've got chains around their necks and then they're chained to that rock that the devil's sitting on. So the devil is like, if you like, controlling them. But those collars don't look that tight. It's something that I believe they could slip off. So I think it's something that you're able to change. And indeed, action planning, you're planning for change. So I don't know how important it's certainly been important in the past, but I don't know how important the attachment is to the future. No, and certainly maybe not to the outcome. Now, I said that the attachment is in the past and maybe not so influenced in the future, but one way I think it is influenced in the future is this next energy, your current energy, the Five of Cups, because you're taking a pessimistic attitude towards things, a glass half empty type of attitude. And if you look at the card, well, there's 3 cups there that have fallen over and emptied, and you're focused on that. Maybe, oh yes, I think you're focusing on the past and you're focusing on what's gone wrong in the past. Whereas you really need to take each day as it comes, because if you turn round, you'll see there's two full cups behind you. And indeed, if you can be a little bit more creative in your thinking, you'll notice there's a bridge over that river, a bridge to a beautiful village. So remembering that the Three of Wands, I said, could be overseas. Over a river isn't exactly overseas, but it's a new horizon there, isn't it? It's a new horizon, yeah. And Pisces, I'm now beginning to think that the past is very important. I'm not sure you still have that addiction, although if it's an attachment to a person that maybe is now gone, you're reminiscing about it. This is the 6 of Cups. I was going to say 6 in the first place, and I counted them. It looked to be more, but no, it's 6 of Cups. And this is about reminiscing about the past. Now, it's unfortunate because this is a card of the future. So you don't escape the past by the looks of things. So for all your planning and for all you wanting change, I don't think you successfully managed to do it. This can often be about an old love, an old sweetheart from the past. It can be Whereas I said that the devil was from the near past, this could be the distant past, but of course that may have been how your life's been, being attached to people and fretting over losing them. Could be. You look at the card, I mean, it's a beautiful card, isn't it? You know, there's the flowers there, there's the mother with the child, playing with the child, the father on guard, so they have safety, the village looks beautiful. But, you know, I think it's seeing the past through rose-tinted spectacles. Yes, I think the past dominates your life, Pisces. Now, having said that everything's about the past, we have a card that is about looking to the future here. As indeed is the overall reading, which is, you know, this action planning. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, you going off looking for new money. It could be new money coming in, you manifesting abundance, new financial career opportunities. So it could be all of those things. You look at the card and he's going to have to, whoever, well, he or she is going to have to go through that gate, because there's a beautiful vineyard on this side, but in order to find your fortune, you have to go into that arid landscape, maybe to plant another vineyard, but you're going to have to do it. Nobody's saying that it will be easy, nobody's saying there won't be struggles, but you're going to have to change things. Now, this is the card that impacts on the outcome. So I believe it's you, you know, there was the action planning, you trying to create opportunities for yourself. Now, the energy that would change the outcome or nullify the outcome, and the outcome's neither good nor bad, but I can't help but feeling that maybe this is the right thing to be doing. And that is the Eight of Cups, which is you getting disillusioned and walking away from a situation. Now, as I say, you seem to be fixated with the past. So if you can walk away from the past, then I think it's a very positive move. You look at him, I mean, you know, he's down by what looks to be a very beautiful lake. And he's turned his back on it and the cups, and he's walking up a mountain. At night time, I would add. And it looks like it's going to be a difficult walk. But he clearly feels it's a very necessary thing to do. And I just get the impression that it is a necessary thing to do. Yeah. Now, the outcome isn't necessarily a bad outcome. It's the Seven of Cups, which is about multiple opportunities. Now, given we've had so many cups, I can't help but thinking that this is all about love. And maybe, you know, you're thinking of past loves, even thinking of returning to past loves. Because, of course, the last card, the Eight of Cups, is you turning your back on it. Turning your back on the past, I think. So this one is, you know, 7 cups there, you know. So, I don't know, 7 past loves. There might be more than that, there might be less, but you're thinking about them. But not all are what they seem, you see. So if you should pick out the cup with a golden horseshoe in it, then you'd be very pleased. If you should pick the one with the cover over it, well, you don't know, do you? You've no idea what's inside. But if you pick the one with the snake, then you'd be very unhappy indeed. So that's the outcome. It's all these opportunities. But I can't help but feel that that last card, the turning your back on it, was the right way to go. We're going to need some information on what on earth this devil card in the past was, aren't we, before I can say too much. So yeah, it's no surprise. I want to find out what this devil card is, this attachment. And the first card we get is the Magician card. Now, it could be about manifesting. You maybe have manifested love. But it could also be... It could be about the use of magic. It could be about the use of black magic. And I'm not too certain it's not you that's done it. Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe you've manifested or used black magic for love in the past. The next card is the Death card, which does suggest that this came to an end. And you know, if you do use magic for love, that it will end. It won't last. And the final card is the Temperance card. So are you actually addicted to something? Are you actually addicted to something? Have I got it wrong that it's not about people? I've got an idea and I'm going to hold on to it. Let's look at each of these individually. Now, yeah, the first card confirming the Devil card is the Magician card. Now, it could be about magic, it could be about manifesting, but I've got the distinct impression that either way it's you. So you have been manifesting something. You've been manifesting or even using magic to create it. And I did say that if you manifest, well, not so much manifest, but use black magic for love, that love won't last. But I think there's a twist to this whole thing. I think there's a twist. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. But there's a twist to it. Yes, you've been manifesting things. You are addicted to something. There is something you're addicted to. And I said that it was in the past, but it isn't. It continues. It continues. And the universe wants you to change. Yeah. And I've just told you that if you use magic for love, it won't last. And here we have the Death card, which is saying it doesn't last. It's a sudden and abrupt ending, probably a bitter ending. So yes, it isn't quite love that you're manifesting, and I'm going to come to that on the next card. But it means that things don't last. Magic doesn't last. Magic doesn't last. Because you're attempting to interfere with the universe, and the universe seeks balance. Now, having said that, it might last a lifetime, so you might say, well, that's lasting, surely. But these things go on for 7 generations. So no, it doesn't last. You look at the card, it always reminds me of Undercliff Cemetery in Bradford. There is the Angel of Death on the horse with the scythe in the cemetery. And the man, oh, look at him, he's got the rose there. He's thinking of a dead loved one. Now, I don't know if you have a loved one who's died, but you certainly are reminiscing about dead people that you knew, let's put it that way. I mean, I'll call them loved ones. You certainly are thinking about that within this reading. Yeah. But this is about attachment, so I want to go on to the final card. Now, I promise I haven't done this for suspense. I just didn't want to disclose to you fully what this is all about. But I've worked it out. This Temperance card is asking you to be more temperate in your life, to give up this addiction. And what is this addiction? Well, you could call it love, but it's actually love making. Yeah. Yeah, you're addicted to conquests, if you like. And I think you've used magic even for these conquests. And this card is saying you need to be more temperate. You need to balance things more, to see the other person's viewpoint, to see the other side. And you look at the card, well, she's like an angel, isn't she? And it is asking you to be more of an angel. Be more of an angel. Because if you're just addicted to using people, then you're always going to be unhappy with the endings. And you're always going to be looking back and reminiscing. And the universe is wanting you to change. Pisces, the universe is sending a very clear message to you. A very clear message that you've used people in the past. You used people because you want to make love to as many people as possible, to put it frankly. You're addicted to doing that. In fact, you're so addicted to doing that I believe you used black magic to get these partners. You may simply have manifested them. But it never lasts, because magic won't last. And if you're treating people like this, then it doesn't last. But you're sad about it. You're sad about your life. You want your life to change. You're reminiscing about it and saying, oh, wouldn't it be nice to see so-and-so? Wouldn't it be nice to see this one, that one? You're thinking about the past, and that's holding you back. I mean, you are trying to change. Don't get me wrong. You're trying to change. You're planning differences. You're actually going out and looking for money. I don't know if all this sort of partying and what have you have left you short of money, or maybe you're paying alimony. I don't know what it is. But for sure, the universe wants you to change. And you do want to change, but you don't feel you can. You're finding it difficult, you really are. And, there's all these new opportunities to keep doing what you've been doing on offer. And you think, well, if only I choose the right one this time. And you'll never choose the right one if you have that attitude to people, and that's why the universe wants you to change. You'll always be sad and unhappy. And the way you can change it? Turn your back on your old life. Don't live your life the way you have. Turn your back on it. Difficult though it's going to be. Turn your back on your previous conquests even. Turn your back and walk away. Start a new life. And you will find happiness, Pisces. I promise you'll find happiness, because the universe is telling you to do this. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed Tarot from Java as an addition to my channel, The Magic of Java. Please take a look at the other videos that I have on this channel about magic from Java, and I hope that you will become a subscriber. Now, if you want to hear your next tarot reading, hit the button, and that will inform you of when I publish new readings. I'm certainly going to do a reading for every month, but maybe I will try them a bit more frequently, say a mid-month reading, and maybe also some special readings. But above all, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, and enjoy Java.